Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sometime Today. This is Pastor Lindsay with you again in rare form. Today I'd like to talk to you about something near and dear to my heart, and that is just social equality. Right now, the U.S. is mediating with the leader of Dr. Haas in Northern Ireland, working out some issues there between different political groups. And one of the issues is the display of the Irish tricolour and the British Union Jack, whether they should be displayed separately or whether the Irish tricolour should not be displayed at all. And my views on the situation is that with the peace agreement in 1998, the Good Friday Agreement, there was promise and hope of a shared future. And part of that shared future means a shared space where the two entities, the two main bodies represented, the Nationals and Unionists, are represented together. And so I think there needs to be that sacred space, that shared space for the display of both flags. And I think people need to learn to share in this whole process. I know it's getting to the end, and I appreciate all the groups working together because it's not an easy thing. And the war has been going on for centuries. So, of course, there's tension. Of course, there's a lot of passion going on, and that's good because people care about the issue. But I just exhort people and urge you to think of others and not just yourself and not just your own group. I just feel strongly that there should be a shared future, and if there's a shared future, which was agreed to, then there should be shared representation of both flags. I, like I said, am both British and Irish. Of course, my main ethnicity, if you will, is American, but I have British and Irish on both sides, so I'm kind of in the middle. Yeah, I am in the middle. But I'm just really for social equality and social justice, and I think that's right, that there's a saying that all we ever need to know is learned in kindergarten, and there's actually a book on that. And to tell you the truth, there's a lot of honesty and truth in that statement, because in kindergarten we learn to share. Kids are used to being at home with mom or dad or alternate caregiver, and then they come in the group environment and they have to learn to share. They have to learn to share the toy, share the coloring books, share the crayons, etc., right? Well, as adults, we can't forget these principles that we learned as a child. We need to learn to share and respect other people and other cultures and others' rights in society. I mean, we need to learn to respect people and like I said, treat them as Jesus, because whatever we do for another person, that's how we're treating Jesus, essentially. Jesus said, whoever you give a cup of cold water to, you give a cup to me. So I just encourage all the parties on board. God's Eye International, as a caveat, is not political, but I try to work with different political organizations, and I do a lot of advocacy work, and I don't put information on my website because I think it's a private matter and it affects the economy. But I've written tons of letters and emails to many different people, including dissident groups and political groups and community groups, and I have done a lot of work, but this is, God's Eye International doesn't stand for God's Ireland International. It stands for God's Island International, and in the end, this land is God's land. Everything we own is God's land. So I just encourage everybody in this process to share and to be respectful and loving of others. This has been another devotion of Sometime Today. And this is Pastor Lindsay. In case you don't see me before Christmas, I wish you a very Merry Christmas to you and your family.